Mintaka is a beautiful star in the Orion belts. So you can see how there is a strong relation between Orion starseeds and Mintakan starseeds. The civilization in Mintaka is on an oceanic blue planet. It is 94% water, and the water is turquoise like the ocean on tropical islands like Boa Boa, the French Polynesia. The landscape in Mintaka is spectacular. It had beautiful rainbows and it has 4 seasons in one day. Like the UK, like Scotland, I've been to 4 seasons one day. It is rainy, windy, sunny, cool, and warm. None of which are intense though. They are mostly calm and they are mostly peaceful. There's not intensive weather, not harsh weather. Unlike Series B, Mintaka is a young, feminine soul brew. The consciousness there is easygoing, free spirit, carefree, and reading rhymes with the flow of life. Mintakans know how to enjoy every experience. So Mintakan Starseed really value the flow of life and they truly want to enjoy life rather than taking things way too seriously. They love to explore new things and experience new things. Every new experience is something they cherish. Whereas Syrians are a more older feminine consciousness. They have more experience and have deeper wisdom. They are also quite strict, reminding me of the Indian traditions where there are certain rules that you must abide and should not be broken. It makes sense because more of the Indian gods or Hindu gods, they came from Sirius as they are blue skin. But I just want to point out the difference and similarities between Mintakans and the Syrians. Syrians are the younger feminine soul group, whereas Mintakan felt like the elderlies, the elders, like the village elders that are in charge of the village. The energy of Mintakan felt like a younger teenage girl, whereas the energy of Sirius B felt like an elder or grandmother's consciousness. The majority of Mintakans are incarnated as females, or it is the energetic environment where the soul adapts into a feminine species. The main species in Mintaka is the mermaids. But there are also sirens under the deep sea of Mintaka. The mermaids there love to swim long distance and explore new areas on a whim. They also love singing and they have beautiful singing voices. Mintakan starseeds are blessed with their voice. It is very soothing and elegant. It has healing qualities as well, and it can also be used as a lullaby for children. They also love anything related to art. Mintakan starseeds love to paint and draw and create through their imaginations. Mintakans have deep clairsentience and are deep empaths. Not as developed as Sirius, but they're getting there. So they can feel their surrounding energies deeply. Mintakans also love to dance underwater. And when I was tapping into them and astral traveling there, I see them dancing, almost like I'm watching a parade. Very interesting. Okay, let's talk about the sirens. The sirens are pretty interesting and are kind of different than the mermaids. It's also kind of different from what they're portrayed. The mermaids and sirens that are portrayed in the movies and in here, sometimes they are portrayed as bad, but sometimes they're portrayed as neutral, and sometimes they're portrayed as good. So the sirens are more of a shadow side of the Mintakans. Doesn't mean they are bad though. The sirens are more in the shadow collective. They reside in the deep sea, the bottom layer ocean of Mintaka, which is darker blue or indigo. It's kind of similar to the deep sea on Earth. And nobody knows what's under there because no one is able to go through that deep. They reside in a lower dimension different from the mermaids, and they are also a wounded collective. The Sirens hate it when their spaces are intruded or interrupted. They sometimes practice black magic and rituals to seek purpose and value. They're seeking for something, and that's why they are doing something that is considered very dangerous to us, very bad, but because something is empty inside their heart, something is lagging inside their heart, so that's why they are seeking. They're constantly trying to seek for something. They are entrapped by the darkness, by their own darkness specifically, and their goal is to navigate out of the darkness, at least for the soul. But some have stayed very long there, willingly. The wound is caused by many different factors from different timelines. One is the wounded energy that spread from a planet that was destroyed or a war. It was a neighboring planet in the galaxy. The energy affected the collective of Mintaka, and it changed the trajectory of some of the Mintakans. It's almost like the angelic collective when there is an energy intrusion that divided it. It really shows, though, how vulnerable we are, because we've never dealt with this kind of stuff. When we are in paradise, when we are in heaven, when everything is like beautiful, everything is perfect, and we have not had any experience against these sort of stuff, we are pretty vulnerable. We have no experience. So that's one. Another vision I saw was the destruction of Mintaka, which was in one of the timelines, and there is a collective energy of Mintaka that was wounded and trapped, which was carried on to the entire collective from alternative timelines. Which, it's interesting because some of the YouTube channels, YouTube videos mentioned that Mintaka was destroyed, and it's only for some of the timelines. It's not for the entire collective. Mintaka right now is still there. And that questions me, whether if Lyran is still alive. I think Lyran is still, Lyra is still alive. It's not really destroyed yet. Maybe it's some of the timeline or most of the timeline, but we are bringing Lyra back. So anyways, this was the destruction and invasion from the negative Orion race, the Orion Empire. Because there is a lot of civil unrest, a lot of civil wars going on in Orion, a lot of division there. There's two fractions, as I mentioned. So this is the shadow work Mintakan Starseed may carry and needs to work through. But let me clarify, Mintaka is still alive. In some timelines, it may have been destroyed or overtaken, but now it's perfectly stable in the main timeline. And we are heading back to the Unity Collective, Unity Consciousness. Now let's talk about the God Consciousness or the Goddess Consciousness of Mintaka. This is the planet's energetic consciousness or creation consciousness that embodies all. When I was tapping into the planet's consciousness, the mother of Mintaka, this is the avatar of Mintaka's consciousness, Mintaka, the planet's consciousness. So she appears as a beautiful blue goddess, and she can also appear as a giant mermaid, which I mentioned in one of my previous videos when I was in New Zealand. She embodies the entire consciousness, and she is a young, beautiful mother. She is a blue spirit with long white hair, and she is very gentle being and a very curious being. She loves to learn new things and listen to stories and experience. Her way is to enjoy the flow of life, enjoy each and every experience possible. You can see how the God consciousness or the creation consciousness reflects with the entire collective. She is indeed the guardian and caretaker of Mintaka. So this is the later timeline, the future timeline, or you can say a timeline that has already been installed. This is a brighter timeline. The Orions and other star races, mostly humanoids, live on the land of Mintaka, where small villages are developed. Mintaka originally was only the land of oceanic beings, but they welcomed land beings to live alongside them because there is 6% land, 94% ocean. So there were small lands in Mintaka. This was when the tension of the Galactics were high. Like Orion had the Orion Wars, and this was right after the Galactic Wars, where many species fled their hometown to find a new home. But what I channeled was, it was mostly the Orion beings that moved to Mintaka, because Mintaka was very peaceful, very, very peaceful. The males that moved there gradually adapt to become more feminine. The next is the main purpose of Mintakans. So their purpose, their sole purpose, is to bring back unity consciousness, as they believe this is the true path to salvation. I know you guys don't like that word. I don't either when I was channeling, but this is what Mintakans think. They think unity consciousness is the way to saving all. By salvation is to save all, every individual soul. Saving those who have lost their ways or have been consumed by their shadows. They, as in the Mintaka consciousness, believe unity is a way to end all suffering and wars, to bring the eternal paradise back into place, especially since they have seen their kind affected by the energies of the wars and destructions, in some of the timelines where they were invaded and overtaken. So this is to save all the lost souls and all those that are stuck in their wound, in their shadows, and to heal the timelines from the wars, from the invasion, from the damage that's been done. Next is the mission. The mission of a Mintakan Starseed, and why would they incarnate on Earth, is really interesting. Because I know that Mintaka loves to enjoy life. I know that they're not the serious type to, do very, missionary work. I believe that, because based on their energies, I don't think Mintakans would choose a missionary incarnation. So Mintakan Starseeds will choose to live near water, lakes, rivers, and especially ocean. They love the beaches. They love oceanic animals, especially dolphins, due to their intelligence and spiritual nature. Dolphins are highly empathic. Their mission is to cleanse the water of planet Earth, as they feel a call to help any planet that calls for help. But Mintakans don't involve much with governmental jobs and prefer to do this voluntary and start their own business, their own project, instead has to do with the government. They want to do this healing work themselves. They have special gifts to cleanse water energetically. As according to Masaru Emoto, he did a lot of study and research in water, and he found out that emotions and thoughts can affect the molecules of water. Saying positive affirmations to water, such as I love you, thank you, or the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono prayer, has a positive effect on the molecules of the water. Very interesting stuff. You should always be positive around water, and you are like 70% water. So if you're positive yourself, the water molecules of your body would change as well. Mintakan Starseed can connect with water so deep, they can even communicate with it and know when the water is energetically contaminated. They can sense it, they can feel it. Some Mintakans came to Earth for self-growth and self-evolution, since Earth is a challenging and transformative school for them. Learning through duality will help their soul and bring back knowledge to heal their partially wounded collective. So now let's go over the traits and signs of a Mintakan Starseed. Mintakan Starseeds are drawn to natural water. They are drawn to the ocean especially, and will choose to live near them or where they are accessible. They will try to choose a career that is water-based or marine-based. They are more drawn to vegetarian or vegan diets, as they dislike the killing of animals. Mintakans are drawn to Mother Nature, and they often connect with them telepathically and energetically too. They can help guide souls through being the mediator for Mother Nature, as they are very connected to them and they can always call them for help. What this means is they are able to communicate with Mother Nature to help souls. They're able to translate or channel Mother Nature for the soul because they're so connected with them. Mintakans love to enjoy new things and are very open to new experience. They love to enjoy life. In general, Mintaka are very strong and divine feminine and feel very much home to them, so they would prefer to stay in a community of sisterhood. And the masculine may feel foreign to them as they came from a fully divine feminine place. And that's all about Mintakan Starseed for now, and I have much more to share in the future. We have a lot more Starseed origins to cover. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I also offer Akashic record session if you're interested to find out about your soul origin or know more about yourself, or if you need any help, please feel free to book a session with me. And please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with your friends. Spread this. Much love and peace.